The ceasefire aiming to end an 11-day war, a war that has caused widespread destruction and has claimed the lives of more than 200 people.
We do have team coverage tonight. I want to start with Allison Harris. She has the latest from D.C. from President Biden, who celebrated the news just a few hours ago. Allison.
Robin, Marnie, as you said, the ceasefire now in effect tonight. President Biden speaking this evening from the Cross Hall in the White House, giving credit to Egypt for brokering this deal between Israel and Hamas, ending this 11-day conflict. The president saying that he still fully supports Israel's right to defend itself against indiscriminate rocket attacks from Hamas and other terrorist groups out of Gaza. The president also saying that Palestinians and Israelis equally deserve to live safely. The president talked about his 6 calls with the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, during this conflict, in which they talked about this ceasefire, pushing toward this ceasefire. The president also talking today with Egyptian President al-Sisi, talking to him about the efforts pushing toward this ceasefire. This is part of the White House efforts for what they call quiet diplomacy, how they're dealing with the Middle East. The president says the U.S. is committed to working with the United Nations and other international stakeholders to provide humanitarian help to Gaza.
The United States committed to working with the United Nations, and we remain committed to working with the United Nations and other international stakeholders to provide rapid humanitarian assistance and to marshal international support for the people of Gaza and the Gaza reconstruction efforts. We will do this in full partnership with the Palestinian Authority, not Hamas, the Authority, in a manner that does not permit Hamas to simply restock its military arsenal.
The president emphasized that he will not be dealing with Hamas, which the U.S. has designated as a terrorist organization, but he will instead be dealing with the Palestinian Authority moving forward. The president received a lot of pressure during this 11-day conflict from Republicans who said he was not strong enough in condemning Palestinians and Hamas, and also from progressives in his own party who wanted the president to be stronger in his directive to Netanyahu. Tonight, this conflict coming to an end.